everybody, this is Sean and you're watching On The Fly. I got a special guest here today.
This is Gabe Crutchfield, also known as Sir Maestro, and I'm also have a podcast myself. It is called This Is Car Music, The Culture. You can find me on Spotify and also on Facebook and Instagram.
All right, today we're gonna bring y'all a video about the top 10 movies, and then we're just gonna throw in a couple things for the year 2022. We might have some surprises that y'all might be like, huh? They chose that as the number one or number two. But what we're gonna do is a little bit different.
Right.
It's gonna be not in any particular order. We're just gonna name our top 10, and then we'll throw in some honorable mentions or anything like that. But I'm gonna go ahead and let Gabe kick off. What's his top 10 movies of this year?
All right, let's see. Let me go ahead and give you my top 10. And there's so many movies that came out this year. Some were really good and some were very, very shitty. Let's go ahead and keep it honest with you. Some of these movies shouldn't even came out this year or any year, which I don't understand which. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with, let's go ahead, one of my favorite genres in horror. Let me go ahead and say the top 10 scary movie I did say for number 10, it would be Smile. Smile was a good horror movie. It was a lot of suspense, it was thriller, it was one of the movies that kind of keep you guessing like what's gonna happen next. It was strange at first, but I kind of like strange. And that movie was kind of one of the movies that if you're on a date, that's gonna be something that's gonna scare you and her. That's one of the movies I say, hey, it's one you have to definitely watch it, enjoy it, understand, take time to learn what it's about, but it's a good one. So definitely check out Smile. It's on DVD now. And I'm gonna let Sean go to the next one, and I'm gonna go ahead and give you the next one coming up soon.
So mine is not necessarily a top 10 horror movie. I hate that I didn't see Smile. I've been wanting to see it. I've been planning to see it. I know some people's gonna get on me about not seeing it. It's supposed to be like a little movie channel, but I did not see it. But I heard good things about it.
Okay.
So not necessarily in the horror genre. I'm just gonna go by top 10 movies, and it's gonna be a surprise maybe to Gabe, is because I shitted on this dude for so long when they first announced him. I was super duper against it, and I'm not saying that it's my favorite movie as far as the genre, but I'm gonna have to go with the Batman with Robert Pattinson.
Really?
Okay. I really like Batman, the Batman with Robert Pattinson. Okay. Like I said, I kind of shitted on it when they first announced him. I was like, why did they do that? And I still have my riffs about it, but for the most part, it was actually better than I thought it would be. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that in my top 10 movies of 2022.
Okay, cool. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and go to my number 9 movie, which is also a surprise to some people. Might not be, but it's from my boy Jordan Peele, and it's Nope. That's me. This is me. This is mine, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I thought the movie was cool, you know what I mean? Me and my wife went to go see it. It was definitely interesting, you know what I mean? Trying to figure out like what is going on and what is this movie talking about? Because, you know, every Jordan Peele movie has one of them ideas that, hey, we're going to make you kind of tricky to figure out what's the next thing that's happening, and it doesn't happen in that type of way. It's like the movie constantly has you thinking. Like, Get Out had me had to think. Us had to think. And this one I was like, yeah, it's kind of confusing. But if you ain't seen it, definitely check out Nope. Keke Palmer did her thing in it. She did her thing. Shout out to Keke Palmer. You know, shout out to Daniel and everybody that did that movie. It was a good movie. I just give it my number 9 because, you know, there's so many other movies that actually came out that was really good too. And, you know, for me personally, Get Out was my favorite out the whole trilogy. But Nope is good too. So definitely check out Nope when you can.
Well, I'm gonna have to piggyback off of him. Nope was, to me, it was not that great to me.
Okay.
It started off very strong.
Yeah.
I will say that. But it just felt like it took too long to get to the point, in my opinion. It took too long to get to the point, and then the climax of it, when you found out that it was a so-called animal, but it was a freaking bed sheet or something like that. It just threw me off, and I was just like, I'm not really feeling this. I ain't gonna say that Jordan is overrated, but he's starting to tiptoe the line of, he's not, to me, he doesn't have a strong track record of making movies right now. Get Out was good.
Right, it was.
Us was okay. And
I
then
liked it, Us. I liked it, Us. I'm not gonna complain. Us,
no.
Man, me and Sean gonna have to agree to this, but I liked it, Us. If
I
you
didn't
ain't
really
seen-
like Us, but it is what it is. You know.
But like I said, definitely still check it out. Either way it goes, check out Nope. It's definitely decent. You know what I mean? But I get what he said with the curtain of the sheet or whatever. That was kind of funny. I was like, is this what we're doing? But I still give it because of just everything that was going on, and it was kind of one of the movies that made you think, and it was kind of a good thriller. So I give it, and the soundtrack for it was amazing.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and go.
So my number 9.
Yeah, let's get
My number
to
9.
it. Let's get to it. So.
I'm gonna probably go with. I really love The Woman King. That was a candidate, and still is a candidate for my movie of the year.
Okay.
Viola Davis, she was acting her butt off. I seen it at the movies twice. It was really a great movie. How they, I couldn't tell you the name of the tribe since it's been quite some time that I've seen the film, but just overall the story, the action, the whole serious acting, the costume designs, everything, man, everything was on point. So number 9, I would have to go with The Woman King.
Okay, that's good. Woman King was a good movie. I heard it was. I didn't get a chance to watch it.
You gotta watch it, man. You gotta see it.
I'm gonna definitely take my time to go see that. Now, this one right here is probably gonna make some people laugh, but I enjoyed it because I'm a video game guy. So I will definitely say my next movie will be Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
I didn't see it. I enjoyed part 1.
Yeah, 2
I just
is
haven't
good.
seen part 2.
2 was really good. I enjoyed the whole Sonic thing. Like, it really did everything it's supposed to do of Sonic 2. You got Tails in there, you got Knuckles in there. You got Dr. Robotnik, which is Jim Carrey, and he shows
I know he
out.
killed it. I know
Oh
he
my
killed it.
God, he killed it, man. Like, if you ain't seen Sonic 2 and you a Sega fan in general, a Sonic fan, you got to see Sonic 2. It makes me want to say, like, when they make part 3, always gonna grow good, because they did. If you watch part 2, you know what's gonna happen.
I didn't see part 2 yet,
You
so
need to go see it. And like I said, Idris as Knuckles killed
he
it.
killed it.
Oh, he killed it.
I'm gonna have to
Oh
check
my
it
God,
out.
he killed it. The movie is really good, man. Everybody did their thing. Everybody killed it. Go see Sonic 2. Good movie. Great for the kids as well.
Okay. So that was his number 8, and my number 8 would have to be what my boy mentioned earlier is Prey. It is I don't want to necessarily call it a sequel because it's pretty much like a prequel to Predator. So if you are a huge fan of Predator, then Prey is definitely like a breath of fresh air because it dates back to like the 1700s, I believe, and this is probably when the first Predator came to Earth. And then they got a whole little lore about the whole gun from part 2 that was given to Danny Glover. So I seen that 3 times, maybe 4 times on Hulu where it premiered. It was just a really good movie. Decent story. I mean, it wasn't nothing, exciting. It was basic, but sometimes movies in the simplest form is always the best. So I'm gonna go with Prey being my number 8 movie.
Yeah, I love Predator, so definitely, if you're a Predator fan, definitely check it out. So that was a good one. I like that one. So I'm gonna go ahead and go to my next one from this. It will be Doctor Strange, the Multiverse of Madness.
Okay.
It was a decent movie. Like I said, I love Doctor Strange movie. I loved, for Mashawn itself, he loves just how things are film-wise and how they change it up and how the scenery and the background and the special effects. And they did a lot of that in this one too. It got a little bit different. And of course, you got Doctor Strange. I don't want to say much about the movie, but just if you ain't seen Doctor Strange 1, definitely watch that first and then come to the second one so you can have an understanding. That's how Marvel movies work. Got to see one before you see the other. Okay. Definitely go check that out. I say it's a good movie. It's different. It's unique. It's kind of weird, but it's a good weird. So if you want to see something interesting and be like, you know what, this is different from Marvel, but I like it though. So definitely check out Multiverse of Madness. Definitely go check that out. You can definitely watch it right now, also on Disney Plus as well.
All right, you an advertising ass dude right there.
Hey,
boy,
man,
they need to pay you some money.
For people that don't, some people be like, how do I find it? If I can't get the DVD, you go get the apps. Get them apps on your TV, man.
All right. What I'm gonna say is, I don't know if it's necessarily a top 10 movie, but I really enjoyed it. Because some movies, like I always state in my reviews, you gotta just turn your brain off and you just watch the movie for what it is. And I'm gonna go with number 7 being Jurassic Park Dominion. I definitely liked it. I mean, it wasn't like my favorite movie, but it was pretty interesting, and I would definitely recommend it if you have not seen any Jurassic Park type movies. I know I'm gonna get some flack for it, but I mean, it's really a pretty decent movie. So I'm gonna go with 7, Jurassic Park Dominion.
Okay. That's all right, man. I might have a different opinion on that movie, you know what I mean? Because I wanted to go see it myself, and I was like, okay, let's figure this out.
Right.
But I'm going to go ahead and give you my next movie on the list. Will be something surprising, old school, but a classic. They brought it back. Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers.
That was fire.
I enjoyed that.
That was fire.
I enjoyed that.
That was fire.
Oh my God, Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers was a good movie. If you was a 80s kid, 90s kid, and you watched Disney back in the day, Chip 'n Dale was that show. Y'all know about Chip, Dale, Monterey Jack, Gadget, Zipper. That was my show as a kid, and the movie did not disappoint at all. It was hilarious.
I really liked it.
It was funny. Especially the cop part when he was like, you know who we are? It's Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers.
Yeah.
He was looking at him like, yeah. I don't know. But for you to understand that joke, please go see the movie. It's great for the kids, and for anybody that watched it back in the day, you got to see it. It's incredible. Go see Chip 'n Dale as soon as possible. I love that movie.
Okay. All right. I guess that was your number 6, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So my number 6 movie, hopefully I didn't steal it from Gabe's number 6, but I'm gonna have to go with Wakanda Forever.
Okay. Wow. No.
No particular order.
You're right.
The movie to me was a very emotional movie because of the events that happened to the late Chadwick Boseman.
Absolutely.
I really wish that it could have went in a different direction,
right.
If he was alive and stuff like that. But I understood why they went the direction that they went to. Now, there was a couple of things in the movie that I did not particularly agree with them killing Queen Ramona. I thought that was a pretty stupid move.
That was terrible, bro.
Yeah.
Why would they do that?
Yeah, I wish that there would have been more of a, Wakanda is a nation that's supposed to have men and women, coincide with each other and they're being as equal. And they really made it seem as if, there were no men there. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't like a camaraderie like I thought it would be, but it was cool and all. But I really wish that they would have at least not killed Queen Ramona. And the reason why I say that is because I felt like once the king was gone and then Chadwick Boseman was gone, I feel like the only solid base that they had was Queen Ramona. She was like the structure. She was like the backbone and the glue. And of course, Shuri, Princess Shuri, she didn't want no type of responsibility. She was grieving real bad. She didn't even want to take over the throne. So I felt like when that happened, I felt like Wakanda was weak. But other than that, I really did like the movie. I went to go see it 3 times at the movie. I seen it once with, I forgot who I seen it with, but I know I definitely seen it with my daughter the second time around. And then the third time I watched it just to kind of, get a feel for it and see a couple things that I might have missed. So number 6, I'm gonna go with Wakanda Forever. That was definitely a top 10 movie for me this year.
All right, that was a good movie. Like I probably put it higher on my list, but I think it was a really good movie. Exactly. So I'm gonna go ahead and go to my next movie. Even though I know about this movie and I can tell the premise of this movie, I'm gonna see it this week. Violent Night. I heard that movie is incredible. It's like a movie that me and my wife was like, oh, that's gonna be trash. Why would you go see that? It's like if you put Santa Claus in the movie, and he's basically
He is Santa Claus.
No, I'm just saying for example, you put Santa Claus in the movie, which he is, But then you haven't had the mindset of a con guy until you mess with him and his kids. And he has the mind switch to like a Bruce Willis character like Die Hard. So just have the combination of that and that combined in the movie, you get Violent Night.
Okay.
And that's what people have been saying a lot, that it's that good of a movie that it's high, like in the 80%, 90% rating on it is fire. I love me a good action movie, even though it's around Christmas and it's violence, but it's a good violent movie. And if you enjoy the actor that plays, I remember he does Stranger Things. And he did his thing, and then I can't even say his word.
John Leguizamo.
Thank you, sir. And he does his thing as the bad guy as well in the movie, but I heard it was a really good movie. I heard really good things about it. I seen a little bit of it. Fire. Okay. So definitely check out Violent Night. It's in the movie theaters now, and I think you can stream it as well. Check it out.
All right, so my number 5 movie of 2022 is definitely a sleeper. It stars Mr. Captain America himself, Chris Evans, and what's the old boy name? What's his name? I can't even think of his name right now. Hold on, I got it right here. Dang, man, that's Ryan Gosling. Okay. And that is The Gray Man. I really like The Gray Man on Netflix. Not a lot of people really... I think it was very underrated, and that's one of those movies that you just kind of turn your brain off and you just let it ride. Chris Evans, you could tell that he had a lot of fun in this movie being the bad guy. He was definitely funny. It's a complete change for him being Captain America, this serious dude and all that kind of stuff. Chris Evans is a villain on here, and he's just, he's just rocking it or whatever. And Ryan Gosling is pretty much like the top tier assassin. Okay. If you have not checked it out, I would definitely go watch it on Netflix. That's a pretty good movie. Sleeper, definitely check it out.
All right, great. That sounds like an excellent movie. I had to go back and get on my Netflix, guys.
Get your Netflix on.
I'm gonna have to. Yeah, you know it. All right, the next movie I have on my list, because, man, we went through some movies. I'm going to go ahead and go for another kid favorite, because, like I said, there's a lot of good kid movies out there that if you enjoyed it, it's really good for your babies. Minion, The Rise of Guru.
I didn't see that one.
That was a good one.
Okay.
Like I said, if you've been watching basically Despicable Me and the Minion series, this one is talking about Guru, which is the main bad guy, which he turns a good guy later in the series. And it's just showing him his youth of how he became an evil villain and how the Minions came about and how he found them and how they became the team they are now. So it's really like the origin story or the beginning of how things began and how his evil proselyte and him to be in the mastermind he is now starts with the Minions together. If you enjoy that, it's a great movie. It's a good kids movie. It's funny. And of course, the Minions gonna always have you cracking up because that's what they do. So if you love Minions or Despicable Me or any of those movies at all, check out The Minions, The Rise of Guru. It's out now. Definitely check it out. It's all good.
All right. So for my top 10 movies of the year, it started off a little weird. I can't say that it was a great movie, but it was a really good movie, and I'm gonna have to go with The Northman. The Northman was pretty good, and the reason why I liked it is because it was a difference of, Hollywood got this thing that goes on where they follow trends. At one point in time, it was all about the Romans. Yeah. Then it was all about the army movies. Then it was all about the zombie movies, and then the superhero movies. And even though we have seen something similar to this, like I said, it was a break from what we normally see, because right now all we see in are superhero movies and like the little, I don't want to say rom-com, but you know where everything is going right now. So The Northman, I would have to say it will be in my top 10 movies of this year. Y'all can go check it out. It stars Alexander Skarsgård, or however you say his name. So definitely check that out. I'm not sure what it is streaming on, but check that one out.
All right. Well, let me go ahead and give you my top number 4 movie of the year. I will put that, even though we talked about this earlier in our last interview together, I will put it Black Adam.
Okay.
And the reason why, Black Adam was a great movie to me. And Sean, we both enjoyed the movie. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The thing that I put in it for, because there's so many movies that hit home a little bit closer, but as an action movie this year, It did pretty good, man. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed everything about the movie. I enjoyed Rock doing his performance as Black Adam. Yeah, I know some people feel questionable about who is he? Is he a bad guy? Is he a good guy? These, those type of questions. And I get that. Mm-hmm. But if you just want to see a good action movie, period, from beginning to the end, that's one of the movies you check out. And like I said, I really wish that DC would give that movie more of a chance to get bigger. And then
it's over with now.
I know it's over with, but they dropping the ball.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Dropped the ball.
But I bet you, them sales on them DVD sales and all that gonna be lit.
I mean, it might be. I'm a little shocked that the way things went down this year, as far as the whole DC debacle. We already talked about that. Right. There's no use, at least in my eyes, to complain about it, because I mean, you can have petitions, you can sign it up to the millions. It does not make a difference, because James Gunn is pretty much set on what he's gonna do, and I had time to think about it. And I mean, if they got to reboot, they just got to reboot. I mean, I'm upset because I really liked Henry Cavill and I felt like he was wasted. I felt like they could have did a little bit more with Ben Affleck's Batman. But other than that, saying it is what it is, So yeah, I would agree with you on Black Adam. It was really a good movie. It wasn't great. I actually just watched it about 2 nights ago. So it was a pretty good movie, and yeah, cool. My number 3 movie would probably be Bullet Train.
Bullet Train,
yeah.
Okay.
The reason why I like that so much, it wasn't necessarily the story, because it was a typical story. It was more so the direction and the color schemes and the whole concept of being on a train with all of these different type of assassins trying to get to one type of directive. And it was really good. So I really like Brad Pitt. I don't want to say he's underrated, because people do know him, but I just feel like he doesn't get the roles that he probably sets out. He just gets roles that really just don't make him stand out. And this one ain't gonna do him any justice. But Bullet Train, I really like that movie.
I agree with you with the Brad Pitt comment about his standout role, because he did so many other roles other than assassin. Last time he was a good assassin was Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Yeah. So it's been a while since we've seen him in a role similar to that.
Right.
So, Brad, we know you can do that. Like I said, with people like Tom Cruise, and we got other people that playing assassins and all that you don't get to see. He basically said, I'm going to go for something different. So I give Brad Pitt to do what he's doing at this age now and killing it. So shout out to Brad. Mm-hmm. All right, here's my number 3 movie I have on the list. Would be a movie that just came out on the 23rd. Would be Glass Onion. Sequel.
Just came out, yeah.
Yeah, man. Well, I mean, it was good. Me and my wife watched it. I enjoy Glass. It's one of the movies that keep you anticipating, like, what's going to happen next? Who's this? Who the mystery? Who the person is? Who the killer is? Mm-hmm. Why is it? Don't
give it up, because I haven't seen it yet.
I won't. It's basically, check out this movie. If you enjoy Knives Out 1, you will definitely like Glass Onion, which is the sequel with it, where it got a whole bunch of stars on there. Like, you got Daniel Craig, you got Bautista, you got Janelle Monáe, you got Kate Hudson, you got
you got some superstars.
All of them in one movie, man. And when I mean this movie is good, it's hilarious. It makes you think. You be like, okay, so what's going to happen with this part? So wait a minute, doesn't that supposed to go with this? Why is it changing? It's a thinking movie. Like, I love movies that make you think. I love mystery. So if it's something that makes you think the whole time, you be like, man, this is what you pay money for, to think. It makes you, just like Jordan Peele, he makes movies to make people think. And this is one of the mystery movies that you can get along with well and enjoy. Bring your people with you, bring your family. It's a good movie. You can watch it on Netflix right now. I think it's the number 1 movie as we speak on Netflix.
It might be. Glass Onions is, I think, the number 1 movie on Netflix right now.
Yeah, so yeah, y'all definitely check out Glass Onion. 5.
Okay. I'm gonna go a little bit different.
Okay.
With mine as far as the movies, because apparently I have not seen as many movies as I thought I did. I've seen a lot of movies, but I guess I just can't find it for some strange reason. So I'm gonna go a little bit on the streaming side. Mm-hmm. So my number 2 movie/series of 2022, I'm gonna have to go with The Boys season 3. The Boys season 3 was just phenomenal. the way it started, the way it ended, everything was on point. I'm gonna say this, they pushed the ratings, they pushed the limits, and it was like, damn, what they gonna come up with next? And so it's gonna be real interesting to see what they're gonna do with season 4 of The Boys. Definitely check that out on Amazon Prime. So that's gonna be my number 2.
Ooh, like I said, man, there's so many good movies. The number 2, this is a hard one for me because there's so many good movies. But my number 2 movie would be a movie that he already selected earlier. Would be Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. You just gotta understand just the movie itself and how it was a very sad movie, but it was one of the movies that will make you think, will make you appreciate family and love, and it appreciates, the culture. And that's why I love this movie, because it was one of the movies that you didn't think we was gonna get a Black Panther 2 after Chad died. Yeah. So once we got to see this, and I was like, yeah, he would be proud. You know what I mean? They did a really good job on it. I enjoyed the women doing that thing. I enjoyed Angela Bassett. Sad about Angela Bassett in the movie, but I think I'm telling too much, so I might need to be quiet. So
if they ain't seen it by now, then they ain't gonna see it.
Hey, but if you ain't seen it, you got to go see it. Put it in your collection, because that's gonna be one of the movies I will put in my DVD collection. But if you ain't seen it, please go see it. Now, Black Panther: Wakanda Forever is a fire movie, and everybody did their thing. Shout out to the ladies that did their thing in that movie. Great movie.
My number 1 movie that I've probably seen this year, I don't really know. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and let you take it away, because I ain't really got no top number 1 movie right now. But that lets me know that tonight, before the year is over with, I'm gonna go ahead and have to watch a couple movies and stuff. So you can go ahead and wrap it up for us, man.
All right. The number 1 movie that I chose will be a classic. A movie that surprised everybody. Even me, when I first seen it.
Surprised everybody? I gotta hear this.
What I mean, it's a movie that's surprising to me, because when me and my wife went to go see it, and we was like, I don't think this movie gonna be as good as it is. And then we seen it, and it was something that's surprisingly good. And it was really good. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. If I said that wrong, I apologize. But I think it's Everything, Everywhere, All at Once.
Okay.
Such a good movie. Yes.
Okay.
Such
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Curtis, yes. Okay. Such a good movie.
Okay.
And then the thing about it, it has multiverse stuff in it, and it has a deep meaning in it. When I mean, the movie was one of the movies that when me and my wife went to see it, she first was like, I don't think it's gonna be good. It's kind of looking weird. But then, as the movie continues to go through it, it has a deeper meaning. It has so many subliminals. It has so many things about it. It's about, hey, spoiler alert, it's on DVD. So,
who watches DVD though, right?
I don't care. I do not care. It's about family. It's about change. It's about learning.
You sure that ain't Fast and the Furious?
No. I got that one. It ain't that movie. But I mean, what I mean that it's like about a woman and her daughter, and learning that her daughter is going through changes, and as the changes are going through, she's getting something from the past, which is I really don't want to say too much about it. I just say it like this: if you enjoyed Doctor Strange, and you didn't think that it had enough multiverse into it, this movie has all that and then some. And this was one of the movies I recommend anybody to see. If you want to learn about your kids, your teenagers and all that, and figure out how to have a movie that y'all can work together to watch as a family, that's one of the movies. It has a great meaning to it. It's funny. It's tons of action in it. And at the end of the day, it's good for everybody. You got your action. You got your emotional support. You have something that makes you think, oh man, this was a sci-fi, the action, the emotional element of it. It's just a good all-around movie.
I'm gonna check it out.
And y'all got to see it. Like, I give Michelle Yee clap on that.
Clap on that.
Yeah, because she did that. That's the number 1 movie, guys. That's my number 1.
All right, now we're gonna end this video with the worst movie of the year. And I'm pretty sure we can both agree on this film.
Oh yeah.
So, like you said, the number 1 most worst movie of the year.
Halloween Ends.
That is by far the worst movie that I have seen this year. I'm pretty sure I've seen some terrible movies, but seeing that was like a top tier, or I don't want to call it a top tier, but you know, like it's a franchise. You would think that a movie like that and the way that it's supposed to end, because that's supposedly the final chapter, you thought that it would end with a bang. And in some cases it did end with a bang, but just the whole storyline as a whole, it was just not good at all. And so that is definitely going to be the worst movie of 2022. I'm stamping it.
Hagaba.
And that's going to be that. So,
and if you want to see more of the gripe about Halloween Ends, check out the videos down below and definitely see the gripe about Halloween Ends with my boy Sean Dunn. Tell you about it. That's how bad the movie is.
Absolutely.
Don't support it, don't buy it, just don't watch it, okay?
I don't want to go that far and shit on it, but it is a shitty movie, man. So
yeah, trash.
We definitely gonna peace out on that one, but
yes,
y'all post your comments down below. I appreciate Gabe for coming on to the show.
Anytime.
Right, and I'll catch y'all on the fly.
Peace. Guys.